We were talking about music and holding dances. When they held dances up here back in the early 1900s, like I said, this building was built in 1904, and it served as the community center up until 1950. They held dances up here. They held what we would call potluck or carry-in dinners up here. And for entertainment, back then, they didn't have radios, CD players, or if you've had a Victrola, yeah, you were lucky. But they were a little awkward. They were hard to carry. We didn't have one. But for entertainment, they would hire a small band, 3-piece band or 5-piece band, whatever, or an orchestra. But when they went to musters, they would have a band precede them in the parade, because when they mustered, they paraded to the muster ground and then they did their mustard, and it was entertainment. The entertainment they had was somebody doing magic tricks, or somebody singing, or somebody playing a piano, or, and like I said, a small band or a trio. This is a pump organ from the 1880s, and it needs a little love, but it still works. There are a couple keys that are stuck. And at one time, there was a Greenwich Firemen's Band. The Union Engine Company had their own band for a time. The Independent Order of Oddfellows had their own band, which was, it was a good, decent-sized group. There was also a cornet band in the village of Greenwich. And the Sylvia Hook and Ladder Company had their own drum corps. How many members that had, I don't know. But these are some of the musical pieces that they had. A pair of cymbals from the Oddfellows group. The silver baritone was either, I'm not sure whether it belonged to the Fireman's Band or the Union Engine Band, but the brass baritone belonged to the Oddfellows Band. And then over in this corner, we have a Steinway & Sons square grand piano. And we found out that it was made sometime in 1854. And Steinway says it couldn't be theirs because of the serial number, and they didn't start putting serial numbers on until 1856, and they started with the number 1000. Well, the serial number on this one is about half of that. But we had a gentleman come in, and because I was trying to find out the age of it. It still plays. It needs a little tuning, maybe. I don't think it's that bad, but I've got an ear like a paper bag, so don't trust Mike to say so. But he told us it was built somewhere in 1854, and it is the third oldest Steinway that he's aware of. It's the second oldest that he knows of that plays. The oldest one does not play, and the other one that plays that he's aware of, he owns. It's kind of neat. I did find in the minutes where the Rough and Ready Engine Company in 1932 bought this piano for $8, and they paid $3 to have it trucked here. What its value is today, not a clue. But the gentleman that came up and told us about it, he says that when this was popular, everybody and their brother jumped on the bandwagon building these. and it got to the point where the market was saturated. It was so saturated, it was cheaper to buy a new one than have their old one fixed. So a lot of them just went out in the barn or over the back bank, and there's not many of them left. But that's about it for music.